Okay, Erika Kirk has reached a new low. Erika Kirk knows where you live, and she is targeting you. This could be a Doge leak, or it could be something more sinister. Erika Kirk has a hidden agenda. We know that she loves to lie, she loves to grift, and she loves to do weird things.
My husband, as tradition, would donate his entire paycheck back into the organization. I am following suit. It is my honor and deepest pleasure to pledge my entire paycheck back into this organization.
And listen, there are certain kinds of people who ask for money. Like me, I'm currently looking for $200,000 to scale my podcast. And then there are people who turn asking for money into a sport. Erika Kirk, who a lot of people call Miss Grift, or Widow Kirk these days, definitely falls into that second category. She moves through conservative politics with the confidence of a mediocre white man who knows wherever there's a mailing list, there's a chance to make a buck. But lately, things are getting really weird. Over the last couple of days, really, this bizarre thing has been happening across the country. Politically active Democratic women, publicists, true blue voters in major cities like Los Angeles and New York are opening their mailboxes to find actual physical letters from Erika Kirk.
I just received a letter in the mail from Erika Kirk of Turning Point USA. Turning Point USA sent me a letter in the mail asking me for money. I'm an Antifa, so that means Turning Point USA is actively trying to get funding from Antifa.
They arrive under this like super ominous header from the desk of Erika Kirk. Naturally, people are freaking spooked. I don't want to know that she knows where I am or what I'm doing. And it's not even just about what these letters say. It's the creepy reality of how she's actually getting the home addresses of these women in the first place. None of these people ever signed up for Turning Point USA emails, paraphernalia, Kirk estate updates, none of it. It completely reeks of a massive data leak or data sales. And people are wondering if it came from voter registration rosters sold to Turning Point USA, or maybe even data scraped by the Doge bros. If it leaves you wondering, why on earth are we wasting postage on people who would rather see the letter set on fire or wipe their ass with it, then we're alike here, because what the fuck is going on? It's a suspicious thing, and the timing is suspicious. But real quick, I'm Lauren Paritra. Willa Paritra is somewhere behind me. And we currently run this operation solo, network, free, independent, every single day out of pure principle and an absolute refusal to let women like Erika Kirk get ahead in life. We do not want to see it. We are not about it. So consider every sub, every hype, every comment, every like, every follow, every 5-star rating across wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, YouTube, Facebook. Consider every action an F you to Turning Point USA. So we know that after Charlie Kirk was a whole ecosystem of shady money-making grifts popped up.
It's crazy to look back and you just kind of see the Lord kind of knitting his own beautiful image that sometimes we just don't always see.
There was donation pages overnight, scams pulling in millions. And on top of that, we're within less than 30 days of the pretrial phase of the Tyler Robinson case. It's coming up quick. And it's bringing a massive level of legal and public scrutiny that nobody else in the Turning Point USA orbit can really dodge at this point. So usually pretrial stuff is pretty boring to the general public. It's mostly procedural arguments, lawyers fighting over evidence, and we know there's a fuck ton of it. But what Erika Kirk is pushing around this trial is weird. She pushed so hard to get cameras in the courtroom. She got her way. And that tells you she's expecting, or at least hoping for, an absolute media circus, which brings us back to the mail. Why push for maximum visibility when you're launching a highly suspect fundraising campaign targeting your political enemies? Is it just a grift? Is it a psychological tactic to spook Democrats by saying, hey bitches, we know where you live and we're gonna come for you? Or is she just banking on the free publicity when people are outraged? I'm not gonna give her that much credit. People are inevitably gonna post about these unhinged letters on social media, or they're gonna send them to me in my DMs or text messages. Both are true so far. But this is Turning Point USA is a movement running on fumes. The whole money aspect is wild when you look at the actual numbers. Erika Kirk is reportedly worth about $12 million. Verdict's still out. She's also sitting as the CEO of Turning Point USA. And if that wasn't enough, Tucker Carlson and his nicotine pouch company just ran a Give, Send, Go campaign as soon as Charlie was that raised $6 million for her and her kids. So the idea of asking the average working class American to bankroll a multimillionaire's grift is gross. It's gross enough, but it points to a much deeper problem within her movement. Real quick, today's episode is brought to you by Brickhouse Nutrition. Everyone's talking about weight loss injections because the results are so dramatic. They work by lowering your blood sugar and reducing your appetite. So what if you're looking to lose weight, but you're not interested in those painful weekly injections, especially when you hear about some of those intense side effects? Well, that's why doctors created a weight loss supplement called Lean, and the results are remarkable. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to lower your blood sugar, burn fat by converting it to energy, and curb your appetite and cravings so you're not as hungry. But listen, Lean is not for the casual dieter with only a few pounds to lose. The doctors at Brickhouse Nutrition created Lean for frustrated dieters with 10 or more pounds to lose. And let's get you started today with 20% off and free rush shipping so you can add Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. You can visit takelean.com and enter code Lauren, that's Loren, for your discount. That's promo code Lauren at takelean.com. Behind the scenes, the organization in Kirk's orbit, they're struggling. They cannot keep the momentum up. They're canceling stops left and right. We saw the videos they posted willingly of the crowds, and they are boomers who are not in college, presumably. And it's not what it once was. So the local branches of their chapters are also ghost chapters. Our friends at Unfuck America made this damn clear as they registered themselves. And so they exist on paper. Why do they exist on paper? So that way she has something to report to investors. They want to know that their thousands of dollars are being used to suppress people. They want to make sure that the black vote is erased in the South. They're working really hard on that. They're also working to make sure women don't have rights in hospitals in the Bible Belt. God forbid somebody has a pregnancy-related complication. That's on Jesus. Good luck out there. The way that they're sending thousands of Democratic households these hostile letters, it's confusing. And the most fascinating part of this whole thing is how dramatic the letters are. Let's take a look.
It's morning. I just picked up my mail and I found that I, Molly McPherson, have a letter from Erika Kirk. Erika Kirk wrote me in my blue area from the desk of Erika Kirk. That is big. Dear friend, I'm just gonna assume there's gonna be an ask here.
Over the last 8+ months, I have heard from so many of Charlie's supporters.
Their thoughts, prayers, and most of all, their love for Charlie and the impact he had on them.
Since Charlie's murder, Turning Point USA has experienced unprecedented interest in our programs from everyday Americans who are fed up with political violence and who want to honor Charlie's vision for America.
If they thought Charlie's mission was powerful before, they have all caps, no idea what they just unleashed. We will not let the light he lit go out. Not now, not ever. For Charlie, Erika Kirk.
So reading one of them feels like you've been drafted into Turning Point USA's grift-arama. So every single paragraph dials up the panic. They're using these intense, heavy words designed to make you feel like the world is literally ending. But when you finally get to the bottom of it, the big ask is mundane. She just wants money.
They want me to put a donation amount and mail it back to them in this envelope.
It always follows the same exact formula. Threat. Oh my God, this is a crisis. We must make sure women can't vote. Then the escalation. So you can see it's like a tone of the danger is imminent. We have been able to reach millions of students across the country with our message, the message of grift. And because of their support, this movement will grow stronger, bolder, louder, and greater than ever. Charlie gave everything in this country, and I refuse to let his name just be a footnote in history. Wow, she wrote this with ChatGPT. That's great. We are Charlie Kirk, the griftiest grifter in America. Wow, that was really crazy. Once you finish reading these letters, you're like, okay, what's going on here? The future of Turning Point USA, totally up in the air. We know the courtroom cameras are coming up. we're going to be following it. It's my birthday. I have a trip planned, but we are going to be streaming it July 6th. That's when everything goes down. So make sure you're following us across all social channels. Remember, we're never going to send you a letter to your home begging for a buck. That is our LPTV promise from us to you. So let's keep these bitches down. This is crazy. This is not normal. This is data privacy violations, organizational chaos. Desperado is what it is. We'll be back with more.